afternoon everybody and welcome back to We Have Fun F1 and Tier 1, which returns this week for the 6th round of the season. We're in the Portuguese south coast and the beautiful region of the Algarve to race around the rollercoaster Portimao circuit, the 4th venue to hold a Portuguese Grand Prix. And it's the last race in the first half of the season for our Tier 1 drivers, with all of them hoping to end this run of 6 consecutive European races on a high. And here is the challenge facing our drivers today, the undulating Portimao circuit, which is more commonly used for endurance racing, MotoGP and the lower formulas. It was introduced to the F1 calendar for 2 years during the coronavirus pandemic, and with 15 turns, 1 DRS zone, and as we say, a roller coaster experience, it's sure to be a challenge for our drivers. That's right, welcome to qualifying everybody. My name is George Sanderson, I'm going to be your only commentator for this evening. The Haas of Billy and Penguin went second, just about half a tenth behind. F1 Mallard goes half a second off pole. In third place, got an Alfa Romeo coming up to the line. Ultra Titan, that is, he goes quickest of 1:16.8. The second Ferrari, though, a JG, will beat him with a 16.7. What can our current championship leader do as Cookie rises up the hill towards the line? For the first time in qualifying, Cookie goes quickest by over half a second. And heads up to the line, keeps it close to the pit wall. What can he do? He goes quickest for the time being. A 1:16.0 for the man in the Mercedes. Next up on a lap, what is Ollie doing? He has just started his lap. So we'll ride on board with the Red Bull for the time being. Not too many people on track, and there's the classic commentator cursed by me going on board with them. Ollie invalidates at turn 1. What's Halo up to? Now for Mayo on the lap at the moment, that'll be Ultra Titan. What can Titan do? Crosses the line, improves slightly to P4, jumps 3 thousandths of a second ahead of JG onto the second row of the grid. Here comes Cookie across the line, a 1:15.7. How's that for a lap from the Red Bull? We've got the Aston Martin of Division, currently set at 17.5. As he rises the hill, opens the DRS, cross the line, goes P6. Big improvement of half a second for the Aston Martin. Ollie rounds the final corner. It's the last hill to climb. As he crosses the line, he'll go P4. Brilliant lap from the Red Bull. A very strong showing from the entire team so far, lining up P1 and P4. A 16.5 for Ollie. But what can Cookie do? Coming round the final corner now, he drops through turn 15. He keeps it nice and tight to the pit wall. And across the line, Cookie does improve, but it's only marginal by 28 thousandths of a second. Improves to a 15.7. Will that be good enough for pole? JG goes P3. Improves by nearly half a second on his lap as Billy and Penguin stays P7. Next up to the line, I believe it's Ultra Titan. It will be. What can the Alfa Romeo do? He's P8 at the moment, crosses the line, P5, improves by 3.5 tenths. Good lap by the Alfa Romeo. Next across the line is Halo, he stays 13th. Got a McLaren in the background, that'll be Codzilla. What can the McLaren do as he comes up to the line? Will he improve? He does marginally. Well, it's a big improvement, nearly 4 tenths of a second, but only improves him by 1 position. Got Jaden Lomax next up to the line. He goes P6. Good lap by the Williams. 4/100ths of a second quicker than Ollie in the Red Bull. Got Mallard staying 12th in the background. What can his teammate for the night Division do? He pulls into the pits, so it'll be P10 at best for Division. Cloud did not improve on his lap. Only just seeing that. He stays P2. Well, he does improve on his time, but it's not enough for pole. And so, for the 4th time in 6 races, your front row is made up of Cookie and Cloud. A 3rd pole of the season going to the Red Bull driver. Row 2, and it's a personal best qualifying performance for Parallel Harry's Alpine. He is just half a tenth ahead of JG in the Ferrari. An exact same row 3 as last round, as Ollie out-qualifies Titan by 4 thousandths of a second. And Arrow gets himself in the top 10 for a 3rd time this season. Jaden Lomax in 7th. Billy and Penguin and Division round out your top 10. A strong showing from the Dutchman, who reserves in the Aston Martin on debut. Godzilla and F1 Mallard make up row 6 with Halo in 13th and Michael Louis 14th, Michael Louis equaling his best qualifying of the season. Jamie Dwyer is 15th, Luxury did not set a representative time and will be 16th, and on the back row Bubbo didn't set a time at all, and Centrix had a quali ban. And here we go, ready for the 5 red lights here at Portimao. Lights out and we are underway. And it looks like a good getaway for Cookie, who leads the way down the hill into turn 1. JG and Ollie going side by side. As in the background, we see if everyone makes it through cleanly. There's a car off in the background. That's Luxury and Halo have gone off. We'll try and find out what happened to them two. But for the time being, Cookie leads the way down to turn 4. Yellow flag still out as cars recover from that first lap. Further back, got a lot of action as we head into the turn 4 hairpin there for Aston Martins, rather, going side by side momentarily.
I knew you were going to go wide there.
Is he going to go for the move? He's going to send it up the inside. They bang wheels. Going through turn 3. A little bit of contact between the Haas and the Ferrari. But Pillion Penguin has made that move for the time being. Will Arrow look to return the favour? No, not this time around into turn 4. Over back, I think Ollie's about to make the move on Ultra Titan. He does so. Down the inside they go. They drop down the hill into turn 1. Nice easy move there by the Red Bull. Gets himself up into 4th place, and his parallel Harry thinking of the move in the background as well. Dives it down the inside. They're still side by side as they rise up the hill through turn 4. And Ultra Titan holds on to the position for the time being. Coming down to the braking zone, he's in fact going to claim another position as he goes down the inside of Ollie and gets himself back up into 4th place. These two going to and fro over the last few corners, and Ultra Titan back into 4th place. Parallel Harry having to settle for 6th for the time being.
Yeah, Harry's close.
Over back, Division. Whoa, Division losing the rear end massively there. The Aston Martin does well to recover that as he exited turn 8. We look back towards the front. Cloud within DRS at the moment, pulls out of the slipstream, uses that DRS to take the lead down the hill into turn 1. So we now look at 3rd place man JG. He is being caught slowly by the cars behind him. They're now within his DRS, as you see back up at the front. Cloud and Cookie swapping places once again. Seem to be working well together, these two, just to pull away from the rest of the field. How about this time around? Tyson looking to try and get the better run out of turn 4. He's certainly done that. He's up the rear wing of the Ferrari at the moment. Goes to the inside, down into turn 4. Makes the move as we see Luxury has retired in the pits. I think his connection proving a little bit too difficult tonight. His bad luck this season just does not seem to end. But Ultra Titan for the time being up into the podium positions. And he is losing out on that position, potentially almost contacts as he goes side by side through turn 1. JG has to run wide to try and look after that position. They're still side by side here. Goes wide again, picks up a penalty. I wonder if that will be looked at by the stewards. But he is down into 5th place, and now Parallel Harry is thinking of making a move up the inside as well. Gets past JG into 5th. And the Ferrari, in the space of about a lap or so, has lost 3 places there. As Cookie has picked up a 3-second time penalty as well, I believe. This is your battle to watch as you ride on board with the Alpine of Parallel Harry. Currently 11th in the championship. It's turned up to 4 of the races, finishing 3 of them. A best finish of P6, currently in P5 at the moment. As you see in the background, JG pulling into the pit lane to come off his soft tyres, but in front of them, Ollie makes the move into turn 1, gets past Ultra Titan. What can Parallel Harry do here? He thinks of the move into turn 3, but backs out of it, and he'll look to try and get the better run through turn 4. You see there though, Titan's sweeping very wide, getting a good run out of the corner. And what can Parallel Harry do this time around as Cookie into the pits there? What tyres has he strapped on? A set of the mediums for the Red Bull. Where will Cookie emerge at the moment? Can he get out ahead of Division? Not quite. He will come out onto the track in P8. Your leader at the moment is Cloud, who will pull into the pits here at the end of lap 13, responds to Cookie pitting the previous lap. And what will the Mercedes do? What compound will he run as we see Ollie, Ultra Titan and Parallel Harry will go past him. Cloud also going for the soft tyres. So he will surely be making another stop before the end of this race as well. And has Cloud had a good enough in-lap to jump Cookie? No, he hasn't. There goes Cookie down the hill into turn 1. Cookie already past Division for 5th place. Cloud comes out in P7. As we have elsewhere, Cookie making the move on Codzilla, gets himself up into 5th place. Sorry, 4th place, as you see the front 3 all into the pits at the same time here. Cookie sets the fastest lap, a 1:17.6, but Codzilla, thinking of the move down into turn 1, dives it up the inside but runs off wide, and Cookie sees that one coming, gets the switch back through 1 and back into the race lead goes the Red Bull. Cloud in 3rd place, he's got past Division there. For the time being, having to sit behind the Williams, he's thinking of going side by side through turn 6 there, but backed out of it. Will he make the move instead as the Jaden Lomax goes off?
Oh, what the I think he just had a snap when you were there.
A snap, yeah. I thought at first he was trying to just block me.
Do not believe Division has stopped yet. Indeed, he hasn't. Division and COD both yet to stop as JG dives it down the inside into turn 4. The fresher medium tyres working wonders for the Ferrari. Gets himself up into P4. Net P3 overall. As we see now, Division coming under pressure. Ollie gets the move done into P5. Titan go dive it up the inside into turn 13 there. Gets the move done, gets himself through, doesn't waste too much time behind the Aston Martin, who is on much older tyres. Further back, Billy and Penguin and Centrix battling through turn 3. Centrix has the inside line through 4. Will they make it through? No contact, they do, but Billy and Penguin picks up a time penalty. Centrix is close enough. Will he make the move into turn 4? He's on the inside, little bit of wheel banging between the two of them. But the Alfa Romeo gets the move done. Billy and Penguin now coming under pressure from F1 Mallard as they go through the right-hander at turn 8. Keeps hold of the position for now. With that one, as we see Cloud now into the pits on at the start of lap 22. He's going to get rid of those soft tyres and put on a fresh set of the softs, trying to get the undercut on Cookie here. Cookie into the pits, puts on a fresh set of softs. And will he come out ahead? He's going to get jumped by this pack of 4. So he will get held up slightly. But there you see Cloud in the background, just about to come down the brow of the hill at turn 1. And he has closed up to Cookie. The gap now only about 2.5 seconds. So he is within the 3 seconds that he needs to be within because of Cookie's penalty. And now he'll come under pressure from Codzilla. But meanwhile, we go back on board with Cookie. He's going to go up the inside of Parallel Harry, coming out of turn 14, up into 4th place. How many more moves can Cookie make down the main straight here? He's got his teammate next up in P3. Doesn't put up too much of a fight, Ollie, although he has the straight line speed. And is that rain I see? I think we've just seen some spots of rain here at Portimao on lap 24. Indeed we have. The rain is coming down now. How quickly will it set in? Cookie is into P3 at the moment, but is in this absolute pack of cars. He goes down the inside of 1, make that 2 into turn 4. Big lock up from the Red Bull, but he makes it stick. And how quick is this rain setting in? SSR Halo into the pits. What tyre is he putting on? It's the intermediates on the Williams. Keep an eye on the gap there then, as we see the Red Bull, the Williams, the first man to make the move to the intermediate tyres. Is that too soon though from the Williams? I think it might be, as Cloud down the inside of Ollie into 4th place. Ollie also getting overtaken by Parallel Harry at the same time as Cloud down the inside of the Ferrari now through turn 3. Inside turns to outside, but the better tyre grip on those softs gets him 3rd place. Can he also make the move for 2nd? He does, similar to Cookie, dispatching of the traffic like they are in Formula 2 cars. And that is Cloud up into 2nd place, but he has lost time to the race leader. Now 3.1 seconds off the race lead. Cookie out in the front. Does he make the call? He does. Cookie into the pits off the soft tyres. Will Cloud come in behind him? Cloud doesn't. Cloud stays out here. Big call by the Mercedes. Realistically, it's his only chance of victory is if he stays out and tries to make the most of the soft tyres. Can he do that, or will Cookie catch him? It's going to be a big ask, to be fair. There's only 4 laps left of this race. What is going to be the gap between Cookie and Cloud here? We almost have another situation that we had at Imola, where everyone was pitting on the last couple of laps for the intermediates, as everyone now into the pit lane. 18 seconds the gap for Cookie to try and close on Cloud. Cookie's pen at the moment is 3 seconds, I believe. We will double check. Yeah, there are your penalties. Everyone with a penalty has 3 seconds, apart from Paolo Harris. Titan sends it down the inside of Godzilla up into 4th place. Makes the move stick as JG follows him through. And COD essentially a sitting duck at the moment as he drops down to 7th place now, as Ollie goes all the way around the outside. As now Ultra Titan on the back of Billy and Penguin, still on the dry tyres. Billy and Penguin in 3rd place. Titan goes through, and I'm sure we're about to see a few more drivers follow him through, as well as JG makes the move. Is he thinking of a move on Titan potentially into turn 1? He thinks of it, but stays behind. Ollie also getting past the Haas. As we look further back now, can JG make the move on Ultra Titan? He's going to go for it in turn 1. He's shown the outside of the track, but gets the move done before he even reaches the braking point. And we ride on board with Cloud through the final corner. Look how gingerly the Mercedes is having to take it. 7 seconds the gap. A little twitch on the exit there through turn 14. He drops down the hill at 15. He comes up the hill and across the line. Cloud wins in Portimao. He closes the gap in the championship. Cookie will cross the line for P2. And who will grab P3? At the moment, it's JG on track, but he has the penalties. He has 3 seconds being added to his name, so he will cross the line in P3, but will be demoted as Titan grabs 3rd, Ollie 4th. Parallel Harry will stay behind with his penalties, so JG gets 5th in the Ferrari. Well, the gamble by Cookie certainly didn't pay off, as it is Cloud who takes his 2nd win of the season here in Portimao, and Cookie's left to settle for 2nd. Joining them on the podium for the first time this season is Ultra Titan, so a fantastic drive by the Alfa Romeo, who inherited 3rd after JG's penalty dropped him down to 5th. Ollie gets his best finish since the season opener in Austria with P4. Harry equals his best finish as well with P6. And it's a 3rd consecutive P10 for Arrow's Ferrari. Division and Budbo were the only 2 drivers outside the top 10 to finish on the lead lap, with Halo and Jamie Dwyer finishing a lap down. And then Centrix, Jaden Lomax, Luxury and Michael Louis were your non-finishers, Michael Louis being screwed by the game, which disqualified him after spinning the car. So heading into the mid-season break, here are your drivers' standings. Cookie leads the way, narrowly extending his championship lead by a single point after that round, as P2 fastest lap and pole position see him outscore Cloud by 1 point. Titan is third, JG in fourth, Acura drops to fifth, with Ollie, Ritzy, Billy and Penguin, Godzilla and Harry rounding out your top 10. Meanwhile, in the Constructors, Red Bull have a commanding lead at the top of over 40 points from Alfa Romeo. Mercedes chasing down the Italian side in third place, with Ferrari in fourth. Aston Martin, the fifth team, in triple figures. Alpine, McLaren, Haas and AlphaTauri are fighting it out over sixth place, with Williams cut slightly adrift at the bottom on just 32 points. Tier 1 will return for the second half of Season 2 after their mid-season break, and it's the first trip outside of Europe as we have the first night race of the season in Qatar. Make sure to give us a follow on Twitch at twitch.tv/WeHaveFunF1, or subscribe right here on YouTube for extended highlights.